Hello, my beautiful people. It's Caroline here. This is your twin flame soulmate video. I have missed you all. I hope you all are doing well. So I'm going to go into the energies as usual, and then we're going to get into the tarot afterwards, okay? So what I'm getting is, for some people, you feel like time is standing still. Like there's you're in some kind of a time warp is what I'm getting. So what's happening is nothing is moving forward, nothing is moving, period. It's like, it's not like you're going backward, but what they're saying is that it's not moving forward. So some of you feel stuck in this time zone, like a freeze tag. Do you all remember there was a game called freeze tag, and you would have to freeze, and that's what it feels like, that you're in that game and you're just freezing like forever, it feels like. And what they're saying, what spirit is saying, is it's because if you guys don't pay attention, I need to get my nails done, sorry. What they're saying is that, you know how you do the same thing and you expect something different? Like there's nothing new you're doing. You're in the same routine every day. So it's like you go to work, you come home, you watch your reality show that you love, or whatever show you have. You eat the same food, you pick up the same food from the same place. It's like everything is a routine. So what they're saying is, like, you got to do it a different way. There's this saying by Einstein, and it goes something like, if you do the same thing and expect a different result, it's called insanity. Okay, so they're using that as a metaphor. So this is the time to shift energy, right? And as I said, there was a shift that was a few weeks ago. We're getting different. There's so much going on cosmically. And there's also the full moon energy that we just had that has been really hard on some of you. Some of you are really agitated. There's anger. You're getting triggered by people left and right. Everyone's annoying you. And for some people, there's relationships that need to transform, okay? Or relationships that need to come to an end. And you haven't been addressing this for a long time. And when I say relationships, I don't mean necessarily romantic. It could be it could be friendship, it could be coworkers, it could be family. So it's like and this goes back to the time warp that you're stuck in. It's like you're stuck in 2000 with this person. You know, the 2000s. You guys know what I mean. Like you're stuck in a timeline. Okay? When it has to do with a relationship, you just have to let go of it. And it doesn't matter if it's family. It doesn't matter if you've known this person for 20 years. It does not matter. You are stuck in a time where you either had you always had a falling out with this person. You never saw eye to eye, okay? It's like, and what you're doing is like you're contemplating, wait, well, this person, they've been in my life, and we've had some good memories, but you're making up excuses not to let this person go, okay? And it's because you're stuck in time. You're stuck in time where, yeah, some things were good with this person. You did have fond memories with this person. But it's like, does that mean you have to hold on forever? It does not. If this person is unhealthy for your expansion, for you getting on your soul path, and you feel like this person is blocking you, or their energy is blocking you, however you feel, okay? They don't belong in your life anymore, period. They don't, okay? When it comes to you serving your mission, fulfilling your purpose in life, you know, there's going to be people who are not going to vibe with that, okay? There's going to be people who are not going to vibe with that. So you need to leave those people behind. Sorry. And I don't care who they are, okay? Yeah. Hostilities, okay? So there's conflict. And this is about not only external conflict, it's inner conflict. There's a sense of guilt leaving these people behind, whoever it is. There's a sense of guilt, and you've been carrying this and harboring this for such a long time. It's time to let it go, okay? And this could be, this is so interesting. This came up. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and it's coming up again. I was giving someone advice, and they feel guilty to leave a family member behind, okay? And this has to do with a parent. So it's like they feel guilty to leave them behind. And I said to this person, I said, you feel guilty because you are honoring their feelings over your feelings. That means that you don't love yourself enough. And she said, I do love myself. I said, no, you don't love yourself. You like yourself. Okay? There's a big difference. Because if you have guilt because you feel sorry for someone else, where do you stand in that equation? Where do you stand? Where do your feelings stand in this equation? Where are you? If you're putting someone else's feelings before yours, then that means you're not even in the equation. Okay? I just want you to know that. And guilt has to do with, especially when it comes to family members and obligations and responsibilities, you know, things of that sort. That has to do with guilt that was, how should I say it, thrown upon you as you were growing up. If this has to do with family, okay, there's different scenarios. So feeling guilty, it's like you were the one who they always blamed for everything. Every problem was because of you. You have guilt because while you were growing up, you were always blamed for things. That's why you have guilt. The guilt is an illusion. It's not real now, okay? The guilt was actually always an illusion, but now I want you to know that it has been an illusion, okay? You're not guilty of anything. Those people that always blamed you for things is just fear. It's not really because you are guilty. You're not guilty because your family was dysfunctional. You're not guilty because, you know, your mom is sick. You're not guilty because someone's in pain. You have no part in that equation, okay? So you need to release that guilt, okay? And the only way you could do that is by looking at it in a different perception. Don't look at it, you know, with inside the box that you've been living in for such a long time. Look outside the box, okay? This is about looking outside. Looking at it from a different perspective. I don't know if any of you have ever have you ever had visions where you are like, you know, in the ether and you're looking at yourself from an outer perspective, right? And you're looking at yourself from, like, you know, the outer perspective, like you are, you know, whoever you are, but it's like you're looking at the outside and you're looking at that person's, like, environment. What's around them? You know, how do they feel? Okay, so it's kind of like that, but put that in the physical. Look at the situation outside of yourself. Okay, what would you tell that person? And the same advice I gave to the person yesterday. What would you tell that person? And the first thing she told me is to leave. Okay, to leave. So that's the first step you take. Because releasing guilt takes longer than to leave. And I mean leave physically, okay? Leave that person, get them out of your energy, and then work on the guilt that has been harbored in your heart for such a long time. And I want to let you all know, guilt is in the heart. When you have guilt, okay, it's because, I mean, when you have guilt, it blocks your heart chakra, okay? Guilt is harbored there, which means if you have guilt towards anyone, it doesn't matter who, that affects all your relationships. And what it affects is your receptivity, okay, to love. How you accept love in your life. So know that it is a blockage. Guilt is a blockage, okay? So some of you really need to work on that. Some of you really need to leave people behind. Okay. Ha, I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is about strategy. This is about taking the necessary steps to leave whatever you need to leave behind, leave whoever you need to leave behind. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, I can't be the magician. I don't know how to manifest. I mean, I've been trying some things, but they're not really working because I'm stuck. I'm in the standstill of time, right? But you do have all it takes. You always have all it takes. You just need to tap into that, okay? You need some sort of strategy. You need the necessary steps. And for some of you, they are telling me you're not even taking the first step. Okay? You're scared. Or you think that you got to have this whole package of steps before, things happen. No, that's not the way it happens. The way it happens is you cause the shift to the difference, okay? You cause that shift. And the way you do that is by taking a new step. A new step. It could be anything, you all. It could be picking up food from a different place. It could be, instead of going this place for shopping, going to another market, going to another clothing store. It could be anything. Taking a different route home. So any of these things can cause a shift. And I'm sure some of you think, yeah, right. Trust me. Okay? That's what they're saying. And I've seen this in my life. There could be someone you're going to bump into that's going to give you a message. Oh, and what they're saying is that in the next 3 weeks, between now and the next 3 weeks, some of you are waiting for a message, some kind of guidance. You have a question. What should you do? The message will come to you if you do something different. Get out of your routine. Like I said, take a different route. Go to a different place, whatever it is, do something different, okay? The message will come to you, and your spirit message will come to you, okay? So make sure you do that. Do something new, okay? So let me see what else Spirit has got for us. Yeah, and you will know what to do to move forward, what progress you need to make. So pay attention and listen and be open to that message, okay? Giving away your control of a situation to the divine, all right? This is not about you. It's not about the details, they're saying. It's not about every single detail. And it's perfectly fine. What they want to say is if you put attention out there and you're very detailed, that's great. Actually, that's amazing. But what they're saying is that it doesn't, the messages they give you, and I want to say this, from experience also, it's very true. It's not very detailed. You don't get detailed messages. And the reason why you don't get that is because you're not ready for those. You're not ready for the messages that come in detail, okay? When it has to do with steps, strategy, which is like steps, you will get like it's in pieces. Because you know what they do? They're like, oh, let me see if you know, Kathy, that's what Spirit does. Let me see if Kathy, we're going to give her the first step, okay? Let me see if Kathy is going to take the first step, or is she going to just not? She's going to ignore us. She's not going to do what we're guiding her to do. Your guides know what's best for you regardless of what you think, right? So they give you a little message. They see what you do with it. They see, yeah, they completely do that. So be open to the steps, okay? Be open to acting is what I want to say. Be open to acting with the steps you're going to get, okay? Yeah, this is about the guilt I was telling you. Harboring guilt. Some of you have a lot of guilt, and some of your masculines also do too. So it doesn't matter. Feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. You're harboring guilt. Some masculines are really deep in their feelings now, and they are harboring a lot of guilt when it has to do with what they did to you in the past. Yeah, and this is the standstill. This is a stalemate, indecision, which way to go, what to do, what steps to take. Okay? They will come to you. And, yeah. So there's like this unbalance of emotions that people are feeling right now when it comes to their twin. Yeah, so like some of them are, it's like you're feeling it as an attachment, like you're bound to it in a sense, okay? So this is unhealthy. This is, some of you, yeah, it feels like an obsession. And in this case, you're not putting your time into growing, evolving, and therefore you feel so like holding on to something. And if you're not in communication with your twin, it's because they're going through really hard, challenging karmic cycles right now. So it's like you might think, is my twin missing me? Is my twin thinking of me? It's like, yes, they are. But they know they got to deal with their, look, the thinking man. Of course they're thinking of you. It doesn't matter if they're male or female, but they are thinking of you. But it's like they're not focusing on this right now. They are not. They are focusing on, exactly, karma. They are focusing on their contracts. This is karma. They need to bring karma to a balance, okay? And what I'm getting, it's like someone feels like they're in purgatory. I know that's a religious term, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't matter what religion they are. They feel like karma is like they're getting punished. And what the masculine is saying is, why do I deserve this? What did I do to deserve all this, right? And every time they think that they are progressing, they feel like they're actually moving backward, is what I'm getting from the masculine. Like, oh my God, another thing piled on top of me. Like I didn't have enough crap to deal with. Now something else. And this is looked at as burdens, It could be a sickness. It could be a job loss. Yeah. Okay. So for the ones that, okay, this is what's happening. So for the masculines that are thinking this, what I just said, it's like every time they feel like they're actually releasing some type of burden, which is karma in general. Karma, they're releasing it. It's like over with. And then they're like, yes, okay, I'm getting my life back on track. And then something else hit them, some other form. You know, like I said, it could be a job loss or a sickness, any health issues, whatnot, that has is making them rest. So they have more time to focus on, you know, spiritual things is what I want to say. Because most of the masculines are more practical than spiritual. Okay, most. I'm generalizing here. So they're being worked on, their third eyes. Okay, it's like their third eyes are being worked on and opening up, and because yeah, they're awakening. Okay, they are awakening. They're going through some other shift, and their guides have, you know, their guides are a part of this, obviously, because they need to evolve from that mindset of why am I being punished? Why is this? Why is that? They need to know why certain things are happening in their lives in order for them to evolve. Okay, so once the third eye, there's a door to spirit, so that's opening up. And it's attached to the new moon coming up. We have a new moon coming up, I think, in a few days. I think it's next week, actually. So it's attached to that. So the energy is going to be really strong. You might feel really, for some of you, very strong telepathy when it comes to your twin. Okay, that's going to open up, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to get into the tarot now. So I'm having issues with my internet today. There's apparently a outage in the neighborhood. So bear with me, guys. I don't know. Hopefully I'll post this video soon. Okay. Beautiful. So some masculines are finally going to come out of victimhood, like feeling like they're the victim. Like I said, like how they think, like, why is, you know, some of them are saying this actually, why is God punishing me? Am I that bad? What have I done? Like, I know I've messed up, but like to be put through this, like, is just like, you know, it's too much. Okay, so this is coming out of, you know, feeling abandoned. This is coming out of feeling sick. For some masculines, they're coming out of, like, I'm getting recovery, some going through some type of recovery, getting back on their feet after a job loss for some. And there's this standstill of what to do next, okay? And it's because, okay, so what they're saying is the masculines are getting very, the way they're receiving the messages that spirit is giving them is really mixed up. So they can't get them clearly. And that's probably why this new moon is going to shift communication when it comes to third eye, your intuition, everything, right? And then we got the High Priestess. Okay, so this is your higher self. This is intuition. This is wisdom. So tapping into that. So I feel like what's happening is that they're confused about the messages that they're getting. So they're waiting for them to get clear messages. Like crystal clear, because they're confused. So yeah, so what they're saying is that they are now open to tapping into those messages. The masculine is, but at the same time, they're getting confused. But for the ones, I have to say, for the ones that I'm seeing that are, you know, either went through a recent job loss or sickness, whatever it is, some kind of health issues, and they were like made to rest. That sounds really morbid, but you all know what I mean. Like bedridden, or like they can't, or they're so depressed that they're in bed, just like very low vibes, whatever it is. Like they're going to get a good surprise. Yeah. Releasing attachments, releasing the devil energy. So they're definitely gonna, I feel like they're going to get some sort of enlightenment is what I'm getting. Ooh, I love it. Okay, this is perfect. So because they're in stalemate right now to make a decision, because they are confused, right? So what's going to happen is that a new cycle is going to begin. So an ending of a cycle, a new cycle is going to begin, right? So once they get this message, once they get this sort of enlightenment that they're going to get to open their third eye, in a sense, make their receive the wisdom that they need, okay? Because some of them are just wondering why the heck their life is so difficult. Why are they so burdened? Why are they being punished? Okay? So once they get this sort of enlightenment, it's like it's going to be clear. It's going to be clear on what steps to take, okay? What steps to take. They're going to be honest with themselves too. So this is not only being honest with what's happening in their lives, it's being honest with themselves and accepting why things are happening and what they need to do to move forward. So realizing that whatever they did in the past is not working out, okay? Whatever they did in the past is not working out. So this is a new cycle. This is a major life transformation that's going on here, okay? So, oh yes, okay. Okay, so I'm getting them going in a different direction than what their life has been going in. Okay, so this is like the spiritual journey. Some of them are finally going to get on their spiritual journey. Okay, and what I'm getting is they're going to find the key. They're going to find the key on how to be happy and successful in their lives. That's what I'm getting. One has to do this different direction because they are going towards their spiritual journey. Finally, some of them have been denying it for such a long time, denying the messages they've been receiving, the wisdom, the telepathy they get from you, but they're no longer going to be resisting that. And after that, what I'm seeing is a message. So they might reach out to you. If you're not in communication with them, they might reach out to you and actually shock you with this perspective on life. And you're probably going to think, what the heck happened to you? So it's like they're going to have a different perspective on life after they receive this wisdom that they're meant to receive. And that's when they're going to take full control in their life. That's when they're going to be serious, okay, about their journey, serious about this connection. What they're saying is they're not going to any longer take it for granted. If they took you for granted in the past, that's not gonna fly by anymore. They're not going to, okay? Yeah, I'm saying they're gonna take the lead. Like they're gonna take control of their life. So if you have a masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. But I'm seeing it more for the masculines. If they always were like, oh, look, poor me, these things keep coming up. That's why I don't have time to see you. That's why I can't even have a relationship. This is taking over my life. I have this responsibility. I have this, that. That's not no longer gonna, they're not gonna be like that. They're gonna shift. They're gonna realize that they are in control of their life. Okay? It's up to them. It goes back to them. No more victimhood mentality. No more of like, all these conflicts are because of this person, that person, and that person, and because of this, yeah. And after that, all that stuff, they're gonna take control and read. And this is reunion to me. This is reuniting. Okay? This is coming into full culmination. But they got to go through what they have to go through, okay? And whoever's watching, which I'm mostly assuming are feminine energy, okay? Mostly. But no, we got masculines too here. But they got to go what they need to go through. And you, okay? I'm not going to show you this card yet. You need to make those changes, Spirit is saying. The new things, taking the new steps, doing something spontaneous, not taking the same route home, not taking the same route to work, not going to the same place for food, things of that sort. Once you start doing that, you're going to bring in the new, is what I'm getting. So, and that's going to lead to your Four of Wands, okay? Look at that, okay? Those two doves together, okay? Honestly, you guys, if you do these things that Spirit is talking about, you will definitely see a shift. You will see a shift in you. You will see, it starts with you, right? You will see the shift in you, and then in your outer world, you're going to see the shift. Everybody around you is going to change. It's so beautiful, okay? So that's what Spirit is waiting for you to do, okay? And it's going to lead to this. It's going to lead to the Four of Wands, stable commitment, okay? Love, happiness, devotion, honesty. And that has to do with being honest with yourself and your twin being honest with you, okay? Everything you do, every step you take, that sounds like the Sting song. Was that the Police? Yes, Sting or the Police. Every breath you take. So every step you take reflects on what's going on in your world, okay? So think of that. And step outside of your box, step outside of your bubble, do things differently. You will be surprised at the shift that will take place in your life, okay? Anything else? Out with the old, in with the new, okay? That is the message. Out with the old, in with the new. So, yeah. And what they're saying is, yeah, finally to take action. So, whoever's feeling like what I was saying, like they're in some kind of a time warp, you might get really surprised once you make those necessary steps and everything starts shifting. Things are going to happen so fast for you. And that's when you're going to really take like life. You're going to have so much confidence to getting what you want, and you're going to manifest what you want. Okay. The King of Wands is a great manifester. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get it. He keeps his eye on the prize regardless of what's going on. But he makes moves. And he's confident in making the moves. And the reason why you're not making moves is you're not confident right now to make the move. But remember the messages you're going to get within the next few weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah. Alchemizing. Sorry. Yeah, so once you get that, you will know what decision to make, okay? Or your masculine will know what decision to make. Either or. It's like things have to happen. You need to have patience in this healing process. What is this? Somebody has been seeing pyramids in their dreams, and that is their ancestors trying to get through them with a message, okay? So and the triangle also represents fire, the fire element. So if you are doing any type of work, make sure, if this is you, I'm sure this is only for a few people, make sure to use the fire element and don't be fearful of fire, okay? So this has to do with healing. This has to do with balance. So this has to also do with the masculine and the feminine in you coming into a balance, okay? So your feminine aspect is the creative aspect, and the masculine aspect is the action-oriented aspect, okay? So keep that in mind as we're going through all these shifts, okay? And make sure that you act upon these shifts, because if you don't, you're gonna really waste a lot of time, is what they're saying. You're gonna waste a lot of time, you know? Time being depressed and feeling lonely. You're never lonely, but feeling lonely, okay? That's about that. But you just prepare yourself. Oh my God, look at that. I say masculine and feminine. Where's the other card? You guys, I'm sorry. I'm talking weird because I don't know if I'm losing my voice or something's going on with my throat chakra. Oh. Okay, so the masculines are having some type of issues with the throat chakra expressing themselves. So while they're going through the things that they're going through, especially the ones that feel like they're being punished, like they're in purgatory. So I'm feeling that in my throat as I'm speaking. So it feels really like painful, or like I have a frog in my throat too. So I'm like, I hope you guys can hear me. I have the volume cranked up. Okay, so this is the epitome of masculine and feminine, okay? This is both people knowing what they want, taking action towards what they want. I'm going to do it like this. So, and how they are a partnership, not just, you know, whatever it is. It's really a partnership. It's like the power couple, okay? So all these shifts, take advantage of them, because, and the messages you're going to get, because you're going to get them, you all, in the next 3 weeks, they're saying. Within the next 3 weeks, you will get your message. Do something different, and it's going to lead you to, you know, the Four of Wands, and you and your whoever, masculine, feminine, as like a power couple, okay? And for some of you, I have to say what I'm getting. Sorry. For some of you, what I'm getting is that You're going to be serving a mission together, okay? Some of you are, things are happening behind the scenes, is what they're saying, to bring you back together so you can work on your mission together, because some of you are meant to work on a cause together, okay? And that's absolutely beautiful. So it really is about balancing the feminine and masculine within you. So once you come back together, it's like you both are balanced. You both are in your full power, okay? And that's when you manifest everything you want. That's when you're the magician, okay? That's when you know you have all the tools and you can't blame other things that are happening around you or what's going on with this person, that person, playing victim. You're not going to be like that, because you're going to be in your full power. You're going to know that you can make it work. You know that everything is magical and it's not just about what's going on in the physical that you can see with your eyes. Okay? So this is like so beautiful. Like this is like feminine and masculine coming together for sure. This is so beautiful. So I'm going to pull one more card. A message from my Magdalene Oracle. I feel guided to do that today so one message. Sorry guys, this is making too much noise. Okay. Ooh, this makes a lot of sense. So some of you are so sick and tired of waiting around for your twin, and what they're saying is that you have to accept their contract. You have to accept their karma that they are going through. You have to accept all the trials and tribulations you've been through together. This is about realizing that not every relationship is meant to be peachy and, from the beginning. So some of you are comparing your relationships to other people's and looking at it from the outside and thinking, wow, they have it so easy. They just met, fell in love, got married, had kids. This is not this. Okay. When it comes to the, twin flame relationship, it's about really coming together and serving humanity, okay? Rising. So, of course, you're going to go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and you're going to feel like, what did I deserve to get this? Or, keep questioning yourself. But this is about just accepting that your flame was created in the ethers, okay? This was created before you incarnated. So you have to accept this as as what was created in the ether, right? So this takes a lot of strength and courage to be in this kind of connection. And to stay in this kind of connection. But what you need to do first is accept it, okay? And not deny it as, oh, am I getting punished? What did I do? And I feel like a lot of people feel like they're punished, is what they're saying. And it's the same thing as and that's why we got the crucifixion. As I was saying earlier, like a lot of, the masculines are saying, or even the feminines, like they're in purgatory, like they feel like they're going through hell, and crucifixion is the same kind of thing, feeling like you're being crucified through what's going on in your life. So It's really a part of knowing that this is about karma, and a lot of your twins have this really challenging karma to deal with, okay? Especially the ones, and I have to say this, if you and your twin are meant to share a mission together, to serve a mission together, to help, obviously, humanity. That's why we're here, right? So you're going to go through the hardest trials and tribulations, okay? The karma is, I'm sorry, it's effed up. It is effed up to go through that type of karma. And I do see this in some connections. So just know that the harder the trials and the tests is because it's supposed to be the opposite of that. You're supposed to fight those battles and come out and balance that karma. So it does feel like crucifixion, okay? And this doesn't have to do with what religion you are. You all know what Jesus, Yeshua, went through, and it was considered crucifixion. Oh my God, I can't talk today. See what I'm saying about the throat? All right, so this is about that, accepting the mission, okay? Accepting your purpose, accepting that you need to balance out that karma, okay? The karma is not a punishment, because once you balance out the karma, then starts the rewards. Rewards are what you get for balancing out karma. Trust us on this, is what they're saying. And it might feel like you're being crucified, but you're not. And you know how they say, like, God won't give you anything you can't handle. Source won't give you anything you can't handle. And you could also say, like, what they're saying is, like, you chose this. You chose this before you came into existence in the physical plane, okay? You were created, and then you took on this mission. You take on missions, you all. I just want you to know that. You chose this. You chose this, okay? And some of you, you've chosen it lifetimes ago. So, and some of you in lifetimes, you haven't been with your twin, right? Some of you have, but in some lifetimes you haven't. So now what they're saying is, like, if you really want to be with your twin in this lifetime, it's like you got to go through this. You got to accept it, and you got to go through it, and just trust in the contract you made, okay? Because you did make this contract before incarnating. Exactly what's playing out in your life. Just move past it. Overcome all the obstacles. Clear, okay? So I hope you all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Let me know how you all are doing. I hope you all are doing well always. Many blessings, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.